episode 3. Well, not for the series, but for the Tyranny of King Washington. This is episode 4 for the series, but we're on episode 3, the Redemption. And, possibly hitting the King's End.
I've got a present for you, Your Highness. It's the one you blasted point blank in the village, sire.
He survived. Remarkable.
Ganandogon, alive. My friend, I cannot believe you are here.
So
you said you had been killed.
the graphics look off.
The clan mother brought me to hell. I was unable to protect my mother. I was unable to save the village.
That is how you can move as you do. Every journey holds a chance of meeting a new animal spirit.
Every journey holds a chance of losing yourself. I understand the risk. I will take the journey. Maybe I don't have to free Franklin from a prison. I have to free him from Washington's power.
I found an ally, Don Aguero.
Samuel Adams.
You're the famous man with the wolf hood.
Hold still.
My God, what have we done?
Putnam is gone, and the captain at Boston Neck is secretly sympathetic to us.
I've created a very special means of protection for Washington's palace. An attack there would be completely unexpected.
You can get me past these protections?
This is a fool's errand, my friend. But I hope to see you in New York.
By heavens, what happened?
Boston Neck was a trap set by Putnam.
And Adams. Ganandogon.
Everyone killed.
Your men stole my ship, you shite!
Easy, Mr. Faulkner. Mr. Franklin is on the side of the rebels now.
We need your help.
I'll need you to untie the killer so it's all set to go. Meantime, I can scare you up a small crew.
Then we'll rush the guards and set sail.
Swim! I'll hold them off until you're ready to sail.
Savage! Over here! Call back your men and give yourself up!
I knew your only chance was to leave from the docks. You kept turning the wheel.
Ganandogon, I do not care.
Land ho!
Look at that.
So I'm thinking they didn't really touch up the cutscenes because I noticed just there when Ganandogon or whatever his name is, that dude on the left.
What sort of man would build such
Look at how cleaner it looks now.
Ships off the port!
And if you look at the last episode, I'm pretty sure the blood
We're
mark
not
was on
flying
his
the
other
King's
cheek.
colors. They're sure to fire on us.
So I think that they yeah. But I've never played this episode back when I had the game on Xbox 360. Incognito. Come on. Come on. Bring it, bitch. Don't die. Fire! Oh, I thought we were getting shot. Oh, we did. You freaking bastard. Come on, man. All those shots. Okay. For our first time play of episode 3 of this DLC, I'm liking it so far. Started off with a little ship on ship action, that's pretty nice. I've seen gameplay, but I've only seen gameplay of the final fight. I haven't seen anything else, so this is honestly looking pretty promising.
Gather up their colors. We'll use them to disguise our ship.
You heard him, boys. Haul in the flags and we'll hoist them up.
Aye, aye, Mr. Faulkner.
I forgot how a good sea battle could get my blood flowing. Sail around, attacking ships. That's the life.
I know that feeling. It seems to run in my family.
Your father was a seafarer, then?
My grandfather, Edward. He sailed with a rough crew. Or so I am told.
For the king?
For himself. But that is a long tale for another day, Mr. Faulkner.
Slow down, lad. There's mines about. Don't shoot the mines. That'd give us away for sure.
That button. Whatever, those mines, holy crap. This is
I forgot how a good sea battle could get my blood flowing. Sail around, attacking ships. That's the life.
I know that feeling. It seems to run in my family.
Your father was a seafarer, then?
My grandfather, Edward. He sailed with a rough crew. Or so I am told.
For the king?
For himself. But that is a long tale for another day, Mr. Faulkner.
Slow down, lad. There's mines about. Don't shoot the mines. That'd give us away for sure. There they are. We've fooled them with our flag. Christ, they're on top of us. Better shoot first. Catch them with their knickers down. Shoot the mines now, lad. Blow those boats to kingdom come.
guns are out of commission.
We have no firepower. We will have to ram them. Ram them? Deploy full sail, Mr. Faulkner, then abandon ship. You too, Kanandokon. I will see you on shore.
Full sail, boys!
Okay, nice little cinematic going. Pretty dope, pretty dope, pretty dope.
My spectacles, thank God.
Quite a sight, isn't it?
Stay away from me. I will not come under your power again.
No need to worry.
No, please! Get this off me! Yes, Your Highness, yes! Never touch that. There was another one. Disperse and find them. Yes, Your Highness.
Really? To find out he's not dead in the last episode and then they kill him right away in the third? Really?
He wanted to atone for what he'd done. He saved my life and very nearly killed Washington.
It will take more than a tomahawk. It will take great power.
We do have this.
Useless.
Don't be foolish.
That trinket only opens doors.
What are you doing?
All right. So let me pause it real quick. I'm in the DLC for Assassin's Creed 3. Now the main basically long story short, the main game, you start off as a Englishman. You think you're an assassin when you start off like everyone else does. But you start off as a Templar who was once, I guess, his father is Edward. I don't know if you ever played Assassin's Creed 4, Mike. But you start off as his son, Haytham. Haytham was basically meant to be an assassin, but his father got killed when he was young, and then he got taken under the bad guy's wing. Turned into a bad guy. Ended up liking this Indian woman, like, somewhere in, like, the third sequence of the game, I think. Or the fourth. They ended up having a kid who I'm playing as right now. The kid that I'm playing as a teenager, goes to find this dude who was once an assassin, but your dad basically crippled him by shooting him in his knee with a flintlock, which is in like a later game. You become an assassin, and then you work your way throughout the main campaign, killing everyone, including your dad, part of your dad's Templar order. Now, in the DLC, in the main campaign, you're friends with George Washington, but in the DLC, George Washington finds this thing, this like ancient relic that like gives great power, but it also turns people mad, or some people. And he was one of those people that it turned him mad. He ended up making this totally alternate universe where he's the king, or he's a king. That's why on the screen it says King George. So, let me also add, your mom in the main story dies when you're a kid. You wake up in the first episode of the DLC. There's only 3 episodes. Each episode, that's wild. Jeez. Yeah. She dies because your dad sent an order to go burn down the village. I don't know what. I kind of like still wondering why he did that. But in the DLC, you wake up and you're in like a totally different outfit. You have a hard time remembering what happened leading up to it, but like I guess like George shows you before he turns mad like what he found, and then he turns mad. And in this alternate universe, your mom tries to stop him and all that crap. She ends up getting killed again, but this time by him, and you're a lot older, as you can tell. You're an adult now. He almost kills you, but the tribe mother brings you back to health. I don't know with what method, but then they also, you and your mom run into 2 of your tribe mates, and they're going to this tree, the ancient, I think, white willow. And every time you drink tea from the white willow, you gain a certain strength, but you also lose a certain part of yourself. I'm in episode 3. I have 2 different things of body paint. I have paint on my face and paint on my rib cage. My rib cage paint is for the eagle that I have. I'll show you the powers in a second. And the face is for the wolf power that I have. He's about to drink it again, so I'll show you what you have to like go through each time. But in these 3 main episodes, you're in the alternate universe working your way up to killing George Washington. But I'm gonna resume it, and you can see like what I'm talking about with like that white willow tea, because he's about to drink some out of his pouch. Oh, for some reason the dialogue's broken.
Are you all right?
Keep watch.
I just never got into any of it. Yeah, it's pretty dope. I never played this one. I've never played this one, but watch. As you can see, like, look, right there, like, where my skin's showing, underneath. All right. As you can see, on my face, I have the paint.
Turn to this pace?
That's for the wolf. Those lines on my ribs are for the eagle. You see, I have different powers.
I weep for you, my son.
That's your mother. Obviously, she's kind of, every time you travel here,
see that you are lost.
As you travel through this, she's trying to speak with you telepathically while you're dead.
You have defied me. You ignore my last wish.
The thing, the
I cannot forgive you, my son.
I don't know if that's actually her talking to you telepathically, but oh my god, that thing is huge. But she didn't want you to drink the willow tea. But you have objectives when you're doing this. This one is to save this bear. I guess I get a bear now. I wasn't expecting that, but the cool thing I noticed too is that you tend to, you get animals like what you're. I'll show you in a second what I mean by this. But for some reason, your armor in this game, it's made out of wolf and bear skin, and you have some sort of like pendants on them that have eagle's feathers hanging from them, and those animals are wolf, bear, and eagle. Those are, I guess, your three main power. How the hell? Those are your three main powers. Is what it's looking for. So it kind of only. So like I found that cool how when you drink from that damn tea, it kind of like they connected the armor with the spirit animals that you get. Just kind of neat. Oh. Can I move him there? I gotta get that spear out of his head. I'll do that. Like, this third episode's taking me by surprise. So far, I like this episode. But the one thing also, as the only thing I've seen so far, when it says stuff like when you drink from the white willow tea, you lose a piece of yourself. One thing I noticed by that is I don't know what body paint I got from this.
You cannot match my power. I am freedom itself. This time I'll make certain of your death.
You see, and you get different types of powers. With the eagle, you get to. With the wolf, you get some type of cloak. With the eagle, you get an easier way of moving around, which is by flying to targeted, perched up areas. I don't know what body paint I got from that, but you'll see how I use that power when they say when you drink from the white willow, you tend to lose a bit of yourself. I don't think that means you'll go mad. I think it's more of what I've kind of speculated when I looked more into it, is the fact that what paint did I get? Oh, unless my eyes just went white for the bear shit. I don't know. Looks like my eyes just changed color. But apparently, hold on. Let me see. Is that what happened? Is it because my eyes went white? Or my eyes are blue now.
You were feverish. What's happened to your eyes?
Yeah, exactly.
We must separate to search out Jefferson and the rebellion.
But
very well.
As you can, you'll watch my. What the fuck? I always lose myself in these things. Basically, what I was saying. Ooh, and I got dual wheels. But like I was saying before, is when you look at my outfit, on my left shoulder, that's a bear pelt. The head is wolf skin, and I have feathers hanging off. So I kind of found it cool how they made the connection with your what you wear in the game. I have 2 pistols now. That's pretty dope. It's kind of, but I get certain powers like this. The wolf power, like I said, I get the cloak. As you can see in the left, the more I use the power, my health goes down, which is what I was thinking. That's what the eagle does. When I hear you lose yourself a little more each time, is what I think they meant by that. Then is kind of you just lose health. Like as you can see, you lose the most health from using the bear. But what else I got in here? Oh, I'm gonna show you something else that's wild with these rope dart things. You can literally hang people. Ooh, and you can do stuff like that. Smoke bombs. I don't know. Looks like I don't have anything to. Get myself out of there real quick. But what I wanted to show with the rope darts. It's honestly crazy how if you look at George Washington and what he did nowadays, he would 100% be considered a terrorist. Dude, I know, and that's a talk I was having with one of my friends that plays this game. It wasn't AJ. Nah, this kid Troy. Because like, if we look at, we're talking about the DLC to this, and we're like, yo, if you think about this in some people's eyes, this is exactly what it looked like to them that weren't on George Washington's side back then. Because literally, like, but I don't know what that is, but I find it dope that he kind of helped make America what it is today. Just I hate how it's changed so much since, like, cause there's some things I wouldn't mind living with, and a lot of things I really would mind living with. But if that makes sense, I don't know what I just said. Basically, I'd rather live with like a couple things. Like a lot of the things that happened back then, I wouldn't mind. But some of them, like, you know, public hanging and stuff like that, like I don't. But I'll show you my own version of public hanging in a second. Literally, where's the rope dart? And it's honestly, I find it pretty dope how you can do this. I do it from here? Yeah, I'll do it from here. Watch this. So as you can see, I look at this dude. And bam. Now he's just there. So, and now that's just there. How you feel about that? Oh my god. I haven't done that in so long. It's also funny how we considered people back then barbaric, but then we drop bombs and nuclear bombs that kill thousands and thousands. And yeah, I know, right? Here, I'm gonna put the comments right there so that I can play while I talk to you. I'm glad somebody stopped by and freaking wanted to have a conversation, because honestly, like, I was kind of getting bored. Because usually I just sit here and I barely talk. But now I got somebody to talk to. Thanks, Brody. Where do I have to go? I have to go on the other side of this thing. He has been. I find it weird how he has people. He literally has people making him like literally forging a pyramid for him. Like, I don't. This is not. This wasn't in the regular game. I haven't seen that gameplay in a while, but I think that's where you go to fight him. Is you're gonna come back here. I don't know why he's having people forge him a pyramid, but New York looks nothing like it did in the main story. But the eagle is kind of like your #1 thing you want to use when you get all 3 of your powers, let alone when you get it in general. Because I gotta give it to them. This DLC is bad. I know, right? This DLC is pretty dope. Like, the main campaign is pretty dope too. Not gonna lie. Like, this is probably one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds, if not my favorite, because like the main story, you go from literally. Like, once you find out that the dude that you're playing is a Templar, you go into the game thinking that you're gonna be a Templar for the rest of the game, and then you end up playing as your son later in the game, your half Indian, half Englishman son, who ends up coming after your whole group. Like, because you start off the game, what I found cool is that you start off the game with, like, getting your little group of like 8, I think like 6 or 8 guys of like your little like order that you got going on, just for it to all be taken away and for them to all be murdered by your son later in the game. I found that pretty dope. But like, oh, another thing I left out is with that thing called the apple.
The rebels saw
the
their
thing
chance
that he
when we
said
threw
don't
Washington
pick.
at the docks.
He said
they're attacking the pyramid.
He said
Their
don't pick
escape is
that
cut
up.
off. They will be cut to ribbons. I must get down there.
That circular thing inside of the scepter at the top, that's the apple. He made a scepter for it, and all the people that call him king and whatnot, he's basically like pretty much mind controlling them. Like the 2 people you killed, this dude Arnold and General Putnam, they sound nothing and they act nothing like they do in the DLC. So pretty much it's more of like an alternate universe, kind of. Like, it's more of like a reset. Like, the people you kill, are still dead, like your dad and all of his friends. But honestly, I gotta give it to him, like, most badass.
Can you perform such a feat again? Washington has us completely surrounded.
I will hold off any reinforcements. You fight your way back to the main gate.
Like, to be
fall back then! Fall back!
One of like the most badass Assassin's Creed characters, I gotta give it to him. Like 3, I was on, like, if you want to rank badass, like, you literally.
Bluecoats firing from above. Take them out.
Like, he's probably one of the most badass characters ever. But like I was saying, I kind of went off topic. he makes that scepter. All your dad and all his friends are still dead, but he kind of like reset it a little bit to where like your mom's back to life, like I said. That dude, that other Indian that died, he's supposed to be dead already. Come on. Come on. Whoa! That was a yikes. But like I was saying, this definitely ranks #1 for me, most badass. And that, when you look at my my avatar on the under the on air, this is that dude. Definitely one of my most favorite. Like I dressed up as him for Halloween once. Like definitely like the way you can assassinate people. But it's more of like an alternate universe in the fact that he kind of just reset everything to make it in his favor type of reset. So it's like factory resetting your PlayStation. It's like basically taking like a video game and adding all your custom settings to it. Kind of like what he sort of did, I guess.
They're firing down on us! Take those men out! Stop those men up there!
It is definitely one of freaking...
Destroy the gates to cut them off!
And
cut
let
off their
alone,
reinforcements! Destroy the gate!
Not every Assassin's Creed has crazy DLC like this. Like I know in Assassin's Creed Unity they had something called the Dead Kings DLC, which kind of offers you a totally different... It kind of just offers you like a dark themed campaign along with a weapon called the guillotine gun.
What is this disturbance?
Your Highness, some of the people are attacking the pyramid.
People? Attacking? I am the people.
Yes, my liege.
I am the people!
But
I've given myself to the cause of freedom. Do
as
they
you
not
can
see?
He's went really mad.
Sacrificed my
after
entire
finding that
life
apple.
for them. Defeated the English. I gave them liberty. Me! Yet still they rebel.
So this is like after the main campaign, he goes mad
You
when
are
he
our
finds the
beacon,
apple.
Your Highness.
And then people are saying alternate universe. He kind of just whatever he did with like that mind control sequence and how he basically made everything favor him. He kind of set a couple things back, as in that Indian dude was supposed to be dead, like you kill him because he ends up helping the other side. Your mother, like I said, dies when you're a kid. It's just a whole level. Like this, they did a really, Ubisoft did a really good job with this game. Literally, definitely a top 3 contender for the best Assassin's Creeds. Without a doubt, I would vote this my #1. How many Assassin's Creeds? Let me think.
You saved my men. We must all scatter and disappear into the city. Who are you? A pleasure, sir.
His name...
We will meet later and plan our next move.
Even though it's Radunageddon, or whatever, his English name is Connor. Connor. Escape from the area. Nope, time to go. So you got assassin. I'm gonna try to name all of them off the top of my head. I don't know. I know another one's announced and it's apparently gonna be Viking themed, but I don't like the last two Assassin's Creed because they totally changed the controller scheme and how you like play the Assassin's Creeds. Like I like these types because these you have to actually be sneaky and you're all about like assassins and whatnot. But like in like the newer ones, like the Assassin Brotherhood really isn't even a thing. But let me see. You got Assassin's Creed, which is the first one. Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Then you have Revelations. You have this one. You have 4. Unity, Rogue. I'm trying to think. I don't want to play. Let me think. I know they have a thing called Chronicles where it's like like how like old 2D games were, where you have to go left to right, but even though it was like it was in like 3D. I'm trying to think. Cause I'm pretty sure they started like way back when I know Assassin's Creed 3 has another one called Liberation. You play as a woman. You have Assassin's Creed 4 Freedom Cry, which is the DLC. What was I? So like I think Assassin's Creed 2, you have Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, Assassin's Creed 3 with Liberation in it as a DLC, which I'll probably end up playing another time. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, where you play as the main kids, like I was saying, how you start off as the Englishman, and then it's this dude who's his son, but you start off as the grandfather, so the Englishman's dad. Then I think Unity was next. Then you have Assassin's Creed Chronicles, which is you play. Chronicles has 3 stories to it. You have the Chinese woman. You play as some Chinese woman. I think it's like Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, Russia, and India. Then you have Syndicate. Or no, what came out first was Assassin's Creed Chronicles. The first one was alright, let me restart the list. Holy shit. I'm sorry. Assassin's Creed, you have 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, Assassin's Creed 4, Assassin's Creed 4 Freedom Cry, Unity, Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, then Syndicate, then Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, then Russia. Then you have Assassin's Creed Origins. What came out with which they remastered, so you can't really find the regular version, but they came out with Rogue Remastered, which is supposed to be the story after the game that came out. It was supposed to be like the story before Connor is born. So it's supposed to be like a little, I think, in between. I'm trying to think. It's supposed to, I think, take place in between 4 and somewhere in between 3. And then they have, I think I said Origins already, which was the dude Bayek. And then they have the Ancient Rome, like the Trojans, which is Odyssey, and they have another one coming out. But as of right now, the newest one to the collection is remastered of this, which is what I'm playing, because technically it does count as a release, but it's like a remastered release. So all this is in the main game. They kind of just they kind of changed it up a bit with a couple things. They definitely announced that there's not going to be multiplayer, which sucks because multiplayer was really good. Mike, you still here? Just want to make sure. If not, then if you're not here, Mike, it's fine, but basically like a couple things, like when you look at like the in-between episode cutscenes.
Well, sir, I have never seen anything like what you did
the
back
graphics are a lot worse.
A resourceful man like yourself could easily help the people.
My goal is to take Washington down. The rest is none of my concern.
You see,
we'll never defeat Washington without the people of New York
on the side of
behind
his face
us.
in the remastered
And
version,
what do they want?
Is where the blood is,
starving.
but in the original version, it's on the wrong side.
We will win their support
Same with a
if
lot
we
of
feed them.
the other things that happen.
However, all the
A lot of
food is
things are
controlled by
misplaced
John
in the
Fitzwilliams.
original, but are fixed in this.
He is the most corrupt official in a
Graphics are
city
a lot
filled
better
with
than
corruption.
they used to be. That's a
Bring
definite.
him to me, and I will track him to his stores
But,
of food.
Yeah, that's basically it.
There's Fitzwilliams. You won't find a worse bloodsucker this side of the Atlantic. He sells the food at inflated prices and skims the extra for himself.
I do not care about him. We only care about getting people something to eat. Eventually, he'll lead me to his horde.
So, whoever that one viewer is, feel free to leave a comment. I would like to, you know, have a conversation if anybody wants to. Yeah. Always down to talk to people. If it's Raw Lou, I welcome you to drop more comments. Always looking for someone or something to talk to. Not about anything, honestly. Thing is, my boy Mike comes into the live stream and just doesn't talk anymore.
You were a real man. You'd go rob somebody for payday.
Mike, if you're still here, they have like a good, maybe like almost 10 of them, if not already 10.
Nice to me. You know what I'm saying?
They have a good amount.
Your cat's rotten. Especially your little one.
Can I poison dart the dog? I know that seems like a bad thing to say. Oh, he died! Okay. Just die. Oh, you thought. No!
Cornered the market on foodstuffs. My God. How does he get away with it? Right under Washington's nose.
Shut up. God. I'm gonna have to use me a tomahawk real quick.
You. Yes, you.
I wasn't doing nothing.
Thomas Jefferson needs someone to get this cart of food to hungry people.
To sell it?
Give it.
Free food for hungry folks. You're a man, friend.
Get some friends. We will take as many cartloads as we can.
Pretty good.
Oh boy. It's gonna be litty tea tomorrow.
Yep.
I might stay up tonight.
I'm not.
I probably will have to because I fucking fell asleep for 5 hours. Oh,
What do you mean
I feel
you fell
great.
asleep for 5 hours?
I got picked up earlier. I got picked up at like 10 on the count.
I slept until 9 something and then went in at 10 something. And just mainly to avoid confrontation with my freaking 4th block teacher because I honestly don't like her.
Yeah. Because I got home at 11:30 and like the moment I came home, I just laid down on my bed and fell asleep. I fell asleep at like 11, I think it was like 11:45, 11:50. And I woke up at 4:20. And drank my chocolate. Ugh! Okay, let's go out of your chocolate. Yeah, so you see that. So what AJ sent, it's gonna be. I wanna disrupt that herd that he sent in the chat. I wanna start shooting at them. So that they come inside the building. Where are the missions at? Yes. So Matan, the way the loadouts work too is you get one primary, your pistol, and you get a slot for a heavy weapon. And heavy weapons are like LMGs, chainsaws, shotguns. Pretty cool. Let's go
Yeah, me and Mike are like mid-conversation during my stream.
Yeah, you said that in the chat when you and Mike were talking about Ac3 leaves. One half.
Like, he asked me a legit question. He's like, me and him were talking about, he said I gotta give it to him, this DLC is badass. And I was saying, you've only seen part of the 3rd episode. I'm like, you haven't been here for the full, like, I'm cutting this into, if I wanted to, each episode only takes like a couple hours. So, I could have cut this into 3 episodes.
Thomas Jefferson.
But I'm making a 5-episode thing on my. I'm gonna put it into like a 5-episode series on my YouTube, but
I'm a stream Days God.
I'm streaming World War Z.
I'm gonna do that too. I was stream Days Gone, World War Z.
Like at the end of each episode, I'm gonna end it and start another one up.
Yeah, same. I like what they do with the episodes though.
But like, I gave him like a quick, Mike joined my stream saw like the opening cutscene and like the opening gameplay of the third episode of the DLC. So I ran him through, cause he started saying, "Can you give me like a quick rundown? Cause I don't know what the hell is going on." So I gave him like a quick like of everything, like the DLC, how to alternate, quote unquote, alternate universe, and a bit of like the main story. And he said this sounds freaking dope. And he said this DLC is pretty badass, but he's only seen a bit of the third episode.
Yeah.
The whole thing is amazing, but I haven't played the third episode, and I'm like at like awe
My
right
friend
now.
Paul
Like, this is
Revere
pretty
disappeared
dope.
3 days ago. This soldier just confirmed the disappearance
I was telling this to AJ too. I'm actually asking you the same question. I was thinking, what do you think they're gonna do for the World War Z DLCs if they have any?
He was endeavoring to
What do I
loosen the
think?
blue coat grip on the city.
Yeah, what do you think they're gonna do?
Neighborhood, he was winning the people's trust and support.
Dude, they definitely.
I was thinking they're probably gonna add more episodes.
Washington with a new leader.
Dude, they should add that. They should add an episode where you have to like in like the movie with like the bike and like the phone goes off.
That'd be pretty cool.
There's gotta be an episode like that.
Well, there's like, so to start off in New York, then you go to Jerusalem. I think it's New York, Jerusalem, Moscow, and then Tokyo are the four. Like, that's what you start off with.
There's only 4 episodes?
Those are the 4 episodes, yeah. But it's like, they get harder as you go and longer. So like, Tokyo is like a pain in the ass. Probably. But it's like, hey, just as long as it's good, like, I'm happy.
We can always play it over, though. So.
Yeah. We can always do different, like, if we're gonna play stealthy first, then, like, we can always go back and play it when we're fucking just going guns blazing. So we do a good game. Days Gone comes out in fucking a week. Pumped for that. We'll come at 11 too. MK11 comes out in a week. You'll play the story mode for that. I mean, not gonna really do anything else. Combat pack. That's something I definitely have to get. Comes out.
The great bounty we enjoy in this country is due to the beneficent policies of our king. Let us all remember how he labors to improve our lives and how he watches over us at all times.
Tell the truth, damn it.
Oh, I was supposed to kill that dude. Okay.
I feel like when Days Gone comes out, it's gonna be such a long line to fucking get.
Boom. You ain't picking up nothing.
Like, I hate, like, why can't you just shut the fuck up and stop posting shit up? Like, I understand that you and him are Mets fans, but, like, he doesn't need to keep posting shit about it. Like,
where?
He keeps posting it in the fucking, in her Snap, thing.
So what? He's excited. I'm excited.
Well, no, I know that, but it just gets annoying after a while.
How do you think I feel when freaking people are constantly posting about Golden State?
Yeah, I understand.
At least he's not doing that.
At least he's not. I understand. Yeah, I get that.
At least he's not like
doing
freaking Riley constantly bragging about Lonzo either.
But I'm just saying, from my standpoint, he just gets annoying after he just constantly does it. Cause like he'll start talking, he'll have like a normal conversation, and then just halfway through, just start fucking. Just, I don't know. It's just me, but.
Holy crap! They have this here? I didn't even realize that. How much of Assassin's Creed 3 did you play, James? If you did at
all. I remember killing Connor's father.
Alright, well, I'm in the DLC, and since it's like an alternate universe, you know how,
I know what the DLC is, I never played it.
Yeah, but it's, I guess, quote-unquote, an alternate universe, even though it takes place after, but, like, Washington basically just, like, in the middle of him making everything suit him in a way.
Yeah.
He kind of, like, messed with it, like, a bit by, bringing back, like, your mom on accident. Brought back, like, a ton of people, but, like, your dad and then all those people are still dead. But I just found Hatham's hat and, cape on a table in the fort in New York that you kill him at. So, it's pretty dope. Poison dart pouch upgrade. That's a whole bit. Can I, like...
Yeah, it's pretty cool, because in Days Gone, I forgot to say this, so you know the Berserker darts, or Berserker arrows that they have in Assassin's Creed 3 and 4?
Well, in 3 they only have poisons.
Oh, alright, so in Assassin's Creed 4...
Yeah.
They have those in Days Gone.
That's pretty
dope. They're actually pretty cool.
Can you stop jumping on the bed? Get off. I made it for a reason. Tell you every day. Hey, use your ears for once. Holy moly. I make the bed so that mom leaves me alone about it and that it looks nice, not for you to mess it up 2 seconds later. Next time you jump on that bed, you're remaking it. You hear me? You hear me? What's in this? Didn't I just get this one? Iron Blade War Club. Yeah, didn't I just get this?
Washington is giving a speech.
Yeah, it's, someone's talking. I could take this off for now.
Citizens of the United States, I come before you, a humble man. As I look out upon this vast land, I see each of you suffering. Yes, suffering, and striving for a better life, a better future, a better America. Each one of you sacrificing, slaving for this great country, for freedom. And I humbly say to you, your sacrifices inspire me. They shall not be in vain. I know this life is difficult. The ravages of war, food shortages, crime, the burdens caused by Jefferson's seditious murderers. But we have a greater purpose that will unite us and lift us above these trifling troubles. For
His
us,
voice changed too, holy crap.
The obliteration of these rebels will be but a foretaste of the feast to come. Citizens, as I stand here, I feel the 4 million hearts of our nation beating within my breast. Today, I announce the great project of this nation. We are mastering vast armies. We are fashioning powerful armadas. We shall soon march upon our great dark enemy, England! We shall invade her shores and irrigate her fields with blood. English bones shall provide grist for our mills, and her people shall become our slaves. Each of you shall profit from the sweat of their labors. Our nation shall rise to its proper place as the greatest of all.
So now, since it's back in this time,
States of America.
Sounds like George wants to encourage slavery, but instead of on black people, on English people. So that's a quick turn of events, Jesus. And for viewers, I wasn't trying to be racist or anything with that, but if you think about it, around these times, what? This is in like Washington's still around, so this is like the 1700s. And they were still enslaving black people back then. No, let me reword that. African Americans. It's kind of a quick turn how they kind of use that in this to basically say, yeah, we're gonna enslave English people. And now I need somebody to come get your ass. Move up. Oh, leave. Now we go back, and now I beat up this dude.
Leadership of King Washington. He has brought this nation to great heights. He will take us to greater heights still.
Tell the truth, damn it.
Get the statue out of here. Turn that. I can hear that. You probably hear it on my stream too. All you hear is Lamar.
You talk so fucking loud.
You getting that headset today?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I wait for this dude to come back over here. Hurry up. Damn,
bitch.
white people. Where is he?
I hate when the
Oh my god, he's not coming. So I'm gonna leave this area real quick.
King Washington will bring us glory. King Washington will bring us glory.
Tell the truth, damn
Washington
it.
will bring you nothing. No, I didn't mean to kill him. Damn it. I'll try and hang someone again. Ooh, 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 come on, get there, get there, get there, get there. No! No, you retard. You stop bouncing that around in the room, please? Give me it. Go to the market and observe the citizen of New York rebelling. Like how one of like the public events you can do in this is literally just hang British officers or English officers, like American officers. That's amazing. He wants to enslave and hang Englishmen and use their bones as, I forget what they just said. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for episode 4. Probably gonna start up episode 5 right after I end this. As I said earlier, in episode, whatever the hell, 3.
Oh,
Sorry, I can't. Alright, can't count today. You know, leave a like, comment, subscribe. But let's get her going.